Peace, everyone.
Peace.
Welcome to the Divine Connection Show, where we want to divinely connect with you. We are your hosts, Jessica.
And Tasia.
I'm about to do a sound check real quick. Testing. Sounds like they can hear us on that end.
Great.
And today we have a special guest, which is my sister. Her name is Unika. Call her Neek. And we're going to
talk about love and relationships.
Yeah. And just from our perspective, there's a lot of conversation going on during this season for some reason, maybe because 2020, it gave people a lot of quality time or even time alone. So then you realize you have a lot of time to think about what you want in the future. But we're going to bring her on. And for those that are listening on Blog Talk, we are live on YouTube right now. So you can check us out. You can check us out, JT_Muse_ on YouTube. Because we are, I don't know what's happening right here.
You gotta turn it down. I got it.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Like that, right?
Yeah.
All right, got it. Okay. We're multitasking. It's not working.
I got it.
It was turned down.
Yeah. The wrong way.
All right, welcome, Unika. Put her on.
Hey,
peace, Neek.
Oh, hello.
Welcome to the Divine Connection Show. Thanks for joining us today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yes. So, like I said, this is my sister. She's been married a long time. How long have you been married, Neek?
A long time. 25 plus.
25 plus.
See? Yep, it's been a long time. And through that time, it's a blessing because they're still here today. Yeah. So, so she's had her share of whatever the cycles that relationships take you on. But anyway, we wanted to start it off with love languages.
Mm-hmm.
So we were looking into
there's a book called The 5 Love Languages. It's by Gary Chapman. And he was a marriage counselor for a number of years. And through his experiences, he came up with a book and found out that there are 5 love languages inside of marriages that help fuel the love in the life. And he puts it in a way as fuel, and the more that you these 5 qualities that you use, like there's words of affirmation, there's service, pretty much, acts of service, quality time, gifts, and physical touch.
Mm-hmm.
So with those things, it fuels the your love life, and
that's what drives your relationship, pretty much.
Your relationship. And it doesn't just have to be in marriage; it could be in relationships. Yeah. Other people, like family, parents.
Because even after doing this, Tasia realized what her daughter's love language is.
Yeah, she's physical touch.
So she said that the book taught her about it starts from when you were a child.
Mm-hmm.
So like whatever they exemplified from, like if your parents were active in showing you affection with touch, like hugs and kisses, or if it was affirmations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Whatever.
That's what starts out your personality.
Yeah, whatever your culture is in your house. Now, if you guys spend a lot of quality time, that is something that, the kids are looking forward to. Like even with my daughter and your cousin, we have family days. Something that they're always looking forward to is quality time with the family. So that begins there. It develops from there. And also it could be something that's lacking as well in the home, that have them crave that, whatever that is, whatever that attention is, it needs, whatever their love language is. So, and vice versa, if they have a parent that works all the time and they're not able to spend quality time with them, and they might give them gifts, they might be turned off with gifts because it might not mean as much to them as spending quality time. So, and then kids, they show you their love language at an early age. So you just have to pay attention to what they do to pick up on those things. If they like you to help them with their homework, or they like you to work on projects with them, or to help them to complete tasks, that's act of service. So just be attentive to whatever their needs is and help feel that love language. And you can even have a balance of different types to kind of help them keep their tank full. So
I thought that was a good analogy about having a tank, and basically make it your point to keep the tank full. So we make it our business to find out. What I'm saying is, okay, we should make it our business to find out what our partner's love language is. And first, let me shout out my brother Cliff that I see in the background.
Cliff, you joined us.
He is over my Neek's shoulder right now. What's up?
What's up, baby?
Hey. So, but yeah, so we took the love language quiz. So that's just
if you
online.
Search one online, it'll pop up. The 5 Love Language actual website has one, and it has it for kids, for couples, for singles.
Married.
Wherever you're at in life, you could take that quiz. Oh, and teenagers too, because it's different for teenagers as well.
And there's a difference between the questions if you're single and if you're in a relationship or married, whatever it says. I think it says marriage.
It says couples.
Couples, okay. Yeah, because, life is a little different when you're with someone. So the questions become a little different. So you also change.
Oh, yeah. And it could definitely change it to something else. Because I found, like, before, I think I was active service, but now I'm quality time. So it could change throughout time.
Life.
Throughout life.
Yep. So what were your...
I'll say something, Jessica, real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because I will say, me and Cliff, we took the 5 love languages in the beginning, like a little years ago. So I would say, every so often in your marriage, you do have to do that test, because just like life, things change, people change. So you do have to revisit it every, because every year somebody could change, but, that. And then my daughter took it as well. I know a while ago, and she discovered that hers was active service. So, but
this is interesting.
Yeah, me and Cliff took it the first time. Mine hasn't really changed. Like, mine was still acts of service. I had 2 acts of service, and I think it was like gifts. Yes, gifts. And then Cliff's has always been like physical touch. But you know what? Doing this, I feel like we have to do it again, because we are in like 20. I feel like every decade, I would say, or every, it is good to revisit. I mean, not decade. That's a long time. Every 10 years, but it really, because there's different phases in people's life. People,
So basically, how often as you need. Because what works for one may not work for another. You may not even feel like you need to take it after a year. Because I would say every year, but then again, you may not feel the need to take it. But when life shifts, you may find that you need to revisit it. So yeah, that's a good point.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, based upon like you're saying, love languages, but honestly, I think in all relationships, it should be like a seed planted in your heart. And it depends on what kind of flower are you trying to grow. Are you with me?
Yeah, I got you.
So you're saying that, what is your plan?
No, I'm saying that what I'm saying is if you wanted to plant a plant, and some people say I'm not good, I don't have a green thumb. So my question is, if you planted a seed in your heart, and it depends on what kind of how big do you want the plant to grow. When you plant that seed, you have to nurture it, you have to water it, you have to care for it, you have to apply sunlight. So what I'm saying is, if you planted that seed within your heart, and every day you woke up and you opened the blinds so that it was receive sunlight, if you made sure you seen the soil look like it needed water, you're the first to water it. If
So let's just stay on the subject. Just like your love
But
language,
I like that.
you
Yeah,
have to take care
Yep.
of
I was gonna
your
say that.
spouse's love language, basically.
okay, I was trying to get it. What I'm saying
Yeah.
is,
So I like your analogy, Cliff. But
Yeah.
also, I think you missed the beginning when Tasia talked about the tank.
I
Yeah.
did. So I heard the tank. I was hearing like the tank and all that stuff. But I was saying here,
Yeah.
but I don't know the whole 9 yards. But I was saying is with that seed, if you want a beautiful relationship, it requires in your love language is the same thing. So therefore, I shouldn't have to tell you my love language when you know that I need water. You should know that when I need sunlight. You should know when a limb is broken, that you need to like wrap tape around me so that I would gain strength. You need to know that when my leaves are drying up, you need to cut off the dead
Okay.
ends.
So you're saying be more present and observant.
Yes. So
because some things need to be said.
That's what I was going to say.
Some things need to be said.
Sometimes you just don't know. You got to tell what you need or what you are looking for.
Yeah, because I know a lot about plants because I have a lot of DIY plants. I have a lot of plants here. And some plants I thought were dead and they were not. And I just had these lemon. This is a DIY. I want to see these organic lemon sprouts. I want to see the plant. So anyway, thought the plant was the seeds were never going to germinate. I planted them months ago. And then today I have a freaking green sprouts. Mm-hmm. And I was ready to toss them out. I literally was taking them to go outside. Like I got to get rid of, I got too much in here. But some things take time.
And then
it may look dried up.
It doesn't appear like what it is really, because
things aren't what they appear to be.
You could act like everything's okay, but deep down inside, you're like, okay.
That's true. You can't always see.
These needs aren't being met, but you would have to verbally say, okay, this is what I'm lacking. But, I mean, it seems like you guys are at a point that y'all been married for so long that you can pick up on, like, something that's not right. Mm-hmm. Like, you can feel that. Am I correct to say that?
Uh-oh.
Like,
or is it constant work? Uh-oh, y'all frozen.
Oh, well.
Uh-oh. I can hear you, but you're frozen.
Okay, we lost you, but we're back.
Okay. We can see you guys, but you're frozen. You're not.
We can hear you.
We can hear you. I'm sorry, but
you guys are frozen.
Yeah.
So, what I was asking.
Wait, let's see what we can do about that. I'm sorry. I don't want to see them frozen. Should we remove them and bring them back?
No.
Can we do that? Well, maybe we shouldn't. Okay, yeah. No, add to stream.
There you go.
Okay, there we go.
All right. So, what I was asking, since you guys have been married for 25 plus years, is it you guys are at a point where, I'm sorry? Are you guys at a point where you can pick up, like y'all's antennas up, like you can pick up when something's not right, you can feel it, that you don't have to communicate that as much?
It's a constant. Can you hear us, you guys? They can't hear us.
Okay.
Something's going on. Because they not responding, and I know they will respond.
All right, well, you can just have them call then.
No, we can try it. It's okay. All right, there we go.
I'm moving upstairs.
Okay.
Closer to my router, maybe. It said poor internet connection.
Okay.
Really?
Anyway. So yeah, Tasia was just saying, I don't want her to say it again. She said it 3 times. Okay. She was just saying, like, you guys are at a point where
Do we know when something's wrong? Like you said something about antennas or something.
Yeah, like you're on your radar. That was the best way I could describe it. Is like, oh, you pick up something from the other person. Like, okay, we need to.
yeah.
When you know your mate so long, you'll know. But like in the end, like I said, you should revisit the 5 love languages because in the beginning, no. So people just mature. So yeah. Now I do. He knows when something's wrong with me. I know when something's wrong with him.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And so that's you guys learning one another. So, but like you said, some people can mask some things. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of testimonials where people hid things from their partner. So it's also possible, to hide like what is not actually visible. So like if your heart is hurting a bit or a little sore here and there, you know what I mean? Those are the things that I think if you harbor them or never speak on, those are the things that can breed resentment or some kind of sickness inside because you're not expressing it.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. But now from a male's perspective, I think I need to get out of here.
It's okay.
We were gonna have it is women chat, but
I see that the male. See, the thing is, I'm trying to give you a male perspective, but I feel like I'm in your way.
Let's wait. Not perfect. That's so you can sit in and join in, but that's fine. You can sit in, but just wait till she asks for a male's perspective.
Okay, I'm out of it.
I mean, you can give us if you wanted to say something before you go, then go ahead, Cliff. You could do that.
Thank you. What I was trying to say is, from a male's perspective, men are raised from a different kind of. So I say, when you come in the household, like you were talking earlier, you have sometimes people have fathers, and the guys on the streets tell you have to act a certain way, be a certain way. So when you're taught that way as a child, you learn a physical aspect. If you're taught incorrectly, you get the physical aspect of what a man should be like with a woman. So therefore, when you get the physical aspect, you take the spiritual aspect out of the game. So there's no really connecting with you emotionally. So it's more a physical thing. So men don't understand what it takes to walk in a woman's shoes, to understand how it is to like the affectionate side. A lot of them don't understand the affectionate side because of the fact that they had so many men in their lives that told them, man, you in control, you're in charge. So the thing is, when I was trying to get with the flowers, is because I've been studying and understanding how to be a better man, a more emotional man.
Nice.
So I understand about, I was saying with the flowers, I understand when you're broken, we need to do the Band-Aids. So where I was coming from was, we're trying to learn how to be better. And that's what she said.
Yeah,
I got awesome. Like to take off, get out of here because it's not your.
I think that's good to put out there though, Cliff, because I mean that was a good point you made about it's all about how you're raised. I think now the world was it was a certain way back then, but I think now we know not to teach our children coming up how to be better. Be in touch with their emotional side. We're supposed to be emotional, like that whole raise boys to be hard, like they're not allowed to express emotion. Men aren't supposed to cry. They're supposed to have feelings.
Yeah.
It's real men cry. That's my whole thing. That's like a real thing. So yeah.
It's a reverse role now that women have actually become the men and men have become the women. Men have become soft because of the fact that women of today pretty much make just as much money as a man. Women of today don't need a man to provide or give the security that we believe y'all used to want or need. Now you no longer need the background of us, because now a woman can pick up the phone and call a cop. Now a woman knows how to carry a gun. Now a woman knows how to take care or fend for herself. So therefore, men are not, you don't need the strength of a man anymore. You need the intelligence of a man, But if a man was taught how to be not a man his whole entire life, we don't know how to hold a woman when she wants to be held. We don't know how to approach a woman in a gentleman-like way anymore. So now the days of a true man are being distinct. So if you find a good man, it's wise to hold on to a good man and train him up on how to become the man that you're looking for. Because a real man will become what you want him to be. He'll adapt. But if you have a man that's not willing to adapt, then you don't have a man. Okay. So on that note, I'm gonna get out of here because I pretty much got the feeling that I'm not supposed to be in y'all's conversation. So I'm gonna get out of here.
Well, we appreciate you, Cliff. That's my sister's husband. His name is Cliff. For those, we didn't give him an intro. My bad. We still honor him today.
Girl, you know Cliff will take over.
I know. Yes, this I know. He's a passionate brother.
Yes.
He's a passionate one. And he cares why his heart is big.
And I'll be sitting back just listening. But then sometimes you just have to say something like, okay, enough is enough.
You know how to handle him.
Silence is not good too for so long. Sometimes you got to say, listen, enough is enough.
So. Get a balance. You did it. Yeah. You did. It was cool. Yeah. So back to a little bit about what we were talking. I mean, we're not discrediting what he said at all. Like, he made a lot of good points, and I think we've heard so much of the male's perspective. It's all over YouTube right now. Yeah, and even like our partner was just talking about it. Like he says some of the same things Cliff just said. So, just from our perspective, just us three, we don't speak for all melanated women, on what goes on in our lives, our world, and our perspective and our outlook on things,
Yeah, because I mean, like when he's talking about roles and stuff, I the woman being more masculine and all that, it's not.
Yeah,
I hate that subject.
I don't like role. I don't like gender roles and stuff like that either. But they'll say that's being masculine.
Yeah, but I mean, some of us women are in a position where we have to make up for that, and we don't want to, but we gotta do what we gotta do.
Yeah, but not saying that you are like, okay, so baby father situations. People try to say I'm the mother and the father, but you can never be the father. There may be a lack there, but you are doing the best you can. You're picking up where there's lack, but you cannot replace the father. Mm-hmm. So, and I think people need to realize women are not just all 100% feminine. Men are not 100% masculine. Yeah. We are what they say, divine feminine and masculine. Own it all. Like whatever resonates in you, you just need to be your best self.
Right.
So like it's a balance. We cannot be feminine all the time. Like we just can't.
Yeah.
We're made by nature. Yeah, we may be the more nurturing type, and not every woman's nurturing. Not every woman is meant to have children out here. Right. So it's just everybody's different. So I think we need to recognize that men need to be in tune with their feminine side. As crazy as that sounds to people, look into it. It's not bizarre. Like Cliff was saying, like they're brought up to be so hard and physical only. No emotion. Do you know how unbalanced that is? Imbalance? Like, do you know how off that is? Yes, how detrimental that can be to themselves first, and then to a relationship. Mm-hmm. But like he said, he's making effort to become basically more emotional, or be who he needs to be for Neek. Like, in his case, he's saying softer, the flowers.
He's adapt, right?
Adapt. Adapt. That's what he said. The word adapt. Adapt to what she needs, because they're together. Some people have a problem with changing, and I like the word that he used was adapting. Some people are in relationships and they have a problem with change. Like, no, this is who I am. I mean, I feel like that too when it comes to certain things, but you do have to bend because you are in a partnership. You cannot be selfish. You cannot be 100% only about you. So if your partner has a need and if he or she is needing something from you, you have to make an attempt to try to see where they're coming from. You want a whole person. You do not want a person that's broken because they're not receiving what they need from you to help make the flower grow. Or whatever the outcome is that you guys are trying to build. And I'm sure people are trying to build successful, solid relationships. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I was thinking it's good to find your love language. If you don't know what that is, because I remember my fiance asked me what my love language. I think it was a time when we were a little disconnected. It wasn't major, but it was just a curiosity he had because he was like, so what's your love language? And I was like, I don't know. He was like, well, mine is touch. And I think it was, I don't remember what the other one was, but I never forgot when he said mine is touch. So he's like, just to have you near me, is all he needs, like holding hands, or like I could be laying the other end of the couch as long as my foot, like he could just hold my foot or something. Like he that's all he needs. You know what I mean? And I literally, when he told me that, I should have found out what my love language was, but I didn't. I just took note, like a mental note. So like he told me to touch, so I make sure I touch him. You know what I mean? Like just something. If we're next to each other, then I'm just like this, but not just because he wants it. I want it too. Mine is touch as well. I just learned that today. My primary love language is physical touch, and then my second one is words of affirmation, and then acts of service and quality time are this exact same percentage for me, like the exact same. My final one, the least, is receiving gifts, and I was really shocked by that, but I like gifts, so let's not get it twisted. Like, so this is a good little thing to learn about yourself, or to even just try to learn more about yourself. Like, I wonder why that is. But if you pay attention to the questions, you'll understand why. Because how they compare it to the next question, it's like, well, no, I'd rather not have that. I'd rather have this experience with this person right here, right now, and not because you bought me some flowers right now. You know what I mean? So I like gifts, but I like this too. I like what it says because how they broke it down, like acts of service and quality time were both 20%. But just to let y'all know, when I do stuff like this, I'm always balanced like that. I'm always half and half. Like, what was the other survey we did?
I don't know.
Oh, shoot, I don't remember. But personality-wise, I'm always like half and half. Or even like extrovert and introvert. I did one of those. I was half and half. And I already felt that way, but when I took that little quiz,
introvert, but
I'm half and half. I'm half. And I'm not an extrovert. I'm not like 100% extrovert. I am when need be. I can put myself out there. But most of the time, it's really back. Let's be safe zone. But I'm just saying, I just wanted to say, like, I'm usually half and half. But I'm just putting that out because Libra, something about that balance. I don't know. Maybe that got something to do with it.
You're
like I'm always like
person.
half and half. I was just trying to throw that out there.
Yes. So speaking of balance, so how I feel like this is a question that I guess your viewers and we all need to know since we're talking about love languages. Like I feel like early on in our marriage, I feel like how often do you feel like you need to check in with your mate to make sure you are connected. Examining like how often should you check in with your mate to make sure you are fulfilling their love language? So that's something I feel like we should, like me and Cliff, I feel like, you can just like examine every week because acts of gift, like you don't want to get a gift every day. So like, I feel like to help marriages, we all need to come out with like, well, baby, or well, whoever. How often are we going to check in and make sure we are satisfying each other's love language? Because that will help marriage,
That's a good
and
point.
relationships with your daughter, with whoever you with my daughter,
Yes.
to make sure we are all trying to make each other happy. Because in life, basically, we all just want to kind of be happy. And we are, if you get married, you are with that person. Because I look at like a lot of times I'll be like, Cliff, I don't need you to make me happy, but but God put you with me for a purpose. So yes, so at least every week we should like look and be like, have you fulfilled my love language for this week? Or it can be a week, every 2 weeks, a month, but you need to check in and make sure that you are fulfilling that language.
That language. Also,
Exactly.
if you feel like you're depleted, your tank is low, I think that's when you should verbalize it. And I guess not necessarily wait for someone to check in. Your tank may be on halfway or almost empty by Wednesday. You know what I mean? So it's like that's where the communication comes in. Like, hey, I'm feeling some type of way, or I'm feeling like, let's not wait till our Friday evaluation. Like, how's your tank today? So I guess
so you think
let's be active. Huh?
You think you should check in daily?
Yeah, I think you should check in daily. That would be a nice practice, especially when you're really actively trying to heighten the relationship or make it its best yet. Daily could be something like at the end of the day, evaluations, like, how are you feeling today? Do you feel like, is there anything I could have done? Or, I mean, we don't look to our partner for our total, complete happiness.
Yeah.
I mean, they help.
Right.
But you do want them to be happy. You want to be happy with one another. Also, you can have the daily check-in, but also when you feel that something's off, I think that it's up to us. We have a duty to just tell them when we're feeling depleted or lacking or a little,
But sometimes in marriages, relationship, and if you know that love language, like you should just know, you know what I mean? But like that's why I feel like, and like maybe once a week you can kind of be like, hey, how did I do? But if you know that language, you could just see how you've been doing. But daily is a good thing. Like Cliff, after years of counseling, I'm telling you, like his was physical touch, and my bishop, he was like, Cliff really just needs. I mean, like you said with Steve, his foot, Cliff just walk by him in the kitchen, just say, hey, baby, touch him on the head, like something so he can like that.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
I feel sometimes it's okay to give guidance to, like, okay, well, you know what? How about we Wednesday we go I don't know, we go bowling or something, just helping them out, making a time, a day, so it's just not like, okay, this is what we need to do, and not take action to it, but actually plan it out or help. How about I'm hitting that I need some time with you.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And I think we need not ignore that, because there are situations where women are saying, basically crying out, like, I need time with you, I need time with you, and vice versa, that if you don't pay attention to that call, then it causes a slippery slope, because sometimes there could be someone at the job trying to take your person or hinting at your person, your partner, and they're trying to hint off like, hey, I need to connect. And I don't want to wait till our Friday night usual meetup. I need to connect today, just to refuel. You may need a cap off, now instead of later. So, yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I think the love language is a nice guide. We know that everything's not in there, but I think that's a good start. Figuring that part out. And I think for me, when it comes to gifts, I really like meaningful gifts. Like, there are people we know money doesn't buy happiness, because there are people that have all the money in the world and they're still not happy. I mean, people get diamond necklaces and they just be like, oh, okay,
Here's another one.
That's like, oh, this is your apology. I'm not happy. You know what I mean? So, gifts work, and then sometimes they don't. Everybody's different. So, I think another thing in relationships is that everybody can do better at is probably forgive quickly, apologize quickly too, and work through that. I know it depends on the situation. I mean, allow yourself to blow some steam. I'm not saying like, oh, that just happened 20 minutes ago, you shouldn't be angry anymore. I'm not saying like that, but like in a reasonable amount of time, like forgive quickly and and try to apologize. I think we also
love languages, like it will forgive with a gift. It will be so easy to forgive with spending quality time. It will be so easy to forgive with just a touch. You know what I mean? So that's why it's good to
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I can see it that way.
Yeah. If there's a need where people need to forgive, think about, I guess, the love language and see, okay, what can I kind of make this better, and see if that of service or love language would help you to forgive that person or whatever. So, because that can help healing, forgiveness.
And think about it. If you're already actively trying to fulfill that love tank, then it's easier to forgive. It's easy. It's just like, oh, I'm still happy with you. I mean, you may have made me upset for a minute, but it's easy to forgive you.
Mm-hmm.
Or apologize. Sometimes, just like with the words of affirmation, just as important as it is to say I love you, people need to hear it. Some people need to hear it more than others. I think it needs to be said when you're sorry, to say I apologize, or you were right about this. I know I make a conscious effort to do that because I grew up without it. Like, well, with certain adults that didn't say it as much as others. And I just realized how, when I was a child, I felt better. Like when my dad would apologize, it's just like, oh, it'd be simple. It's like, it's healing just to do that. So I made it like an active thing for me. Cause I mean, it's like, why grown-ups gotta be right all the time? Why can't they ever apologize? But it's just like, I don't know where that came from, but you don't even have to be taught that. You don't have to verbally be taught that to have been taught that. So it's that's a struggle sometimes for me because, like, I mean, I didn't grow up hearing my mom say I'm sorry a lot. I'm just saying. I mean, it could be acts of something, but I don't know. Some people need to hear it, and I don't know. Some people can show it, I guess. Whatever works. But I just think all of that goes hand in hand and needs to happen sooner rather than later. Just saying. Depends on what it is. I will say that. Depends on what it is. Come on, let's be more mature. We mean the light stuff, okay? Not the heavy stuff that you actively went out your way to do and ruin. Anyway. So one thing that me and my sister was talking about, my sister Neek was talking about one day was, the hero syndrome. I don't know if you guys have heard about the hero syndrome, but men like to feel wanted. They like to feel needed. So, okay, women that want to be divine masculine only, it's not going to work well in your relationship with your male counterpart because they have to feel like they're needed. I mean, and they are. Like, think about it. You can't do everything. Even if you could, why would you want to? Right. You know what I mean? Like, I get out here and cut my grass, and I will sometimes. I will. I've made that up in my mind. I made it up in my mind that I will. I mean, I haven't cut my grass since Steve moved here to be with me, but I will though, because I need to sometimes. Sometimes I've tried, and this is me practicing. I've like, okay, I have a guy that say he's gonna do it. I'll let him do it. But I'm at the point where sometimes you want stuff done right then, and yeah, I like stuff done in a certain type of decency and order because literally this last situation I had with the grass, it went from a 1 day situation to like now it was dragged out for like a couple more days, 4 more days, and then we into the next week, and this one part of the yard isn't done. I'm like, I could have just did it all in 1 day; it would have been done. You know what I mean? But it's like I don't know. Maybe when we get moved in and stuff, he'll be a little bit more conscious. Because the thing is, you got to plan with the rain. It was just all about you just had this little window time, like
so your active service. Where active service is that one of your stronger ones?
Yeah, so I like when he does that, and that's what I'm saying. Like, why would I want to? But I mean, like I said, but there's women. I saw women pushing lawnmowers over here, and I'm just like, yeah, you're not too good to push a lawnmower just because you got a man here. But I let him. But like I said, the thing about women, we are the balance, and we kind of help the men be better. So the thing is, yeah, he can get out there and cut grass, but he hasn't considered, for me, he hasn't considered when it's going to rain, the time of day, the rest of his schedule, the rest of my schedule. Like, it's only a certain amount of time, you know what I mean? And you have a certain amount of time before the next rain and when it all grows back because of fertilizer and all that stuff. Like, it's just, and then you're a little, yep. So, I mean, just like a little example.
I let my husband know he is needed in that department because I'm telling you, the one thing you can really, if you really need help in that situation, you have to flip the script. Because I tell you, like he used to all the time. And when I flipped it and I cut that grass, I was like, whoa, this is a lot of work. I don't want
to cut the grass recently.
Hot heat. I said, okay, Cliff, I'm surprised because our yard is so big. I'm like, Cliff, I'm surprised you wasn't out here like, baby, I need you to give me some water after this. Like you flip, but like I said, put yourself in that other person's shoes. It's not, you really see like how it really is. Like, okay, I really appreciate you getting out here cutting this grass because I did it. And that's a lot of work. So now you need it. Like you literally sometimes flip that script.
Mm-hmm.
And then same with like they don't want to cook all the time. Like they don't want to. So
right.
I'm like, baby, like so you let them know, like, okay, I need you in this department. This, but if I have to, I will. But hey, whatever you need, some water afterwards. Let me know if you need me to sweep the grass. Like it's like a teamwork thing for me. It's like, and then you really want to see how a person feel. Put yourself in their shoes.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's funny you said something about the water. Like I always, not just him, but anybody that comes and do work, and I make sure they have water. But one, I'm a nurse, so it's like you need to hydrate. I think about that stuff, but it took you to flip the script to realize, like, oh shoot, he may need some water. But there's some things we just don't think of, and I know, like, it's like we should naturally think about those things, but it took you to flip the script. It took me education and worried about people being dehydrated for me to always be worried about, like, do you have enough water? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They are needed. Their body is physically made to work better than when it comes to manual labor like that. My yard is small, so I can handle it. But if I don't have to, I won't. But like I said, I will once in a while just to get stuff done. It's not like, oh, you can't do nothing anymore, Jessica, because he's here now, so that's his job. Nah, I see that it needed to be, huh?
But you say, like you were saying at the beginning, men want to feel needed. So you,
right? But for me to never do it, Nick, didn't you just cut your grass?
Yeah, but I don't really want to do it. I let him know, baby, I need you to do this.
I haven't cut my grass at all, and Yeah, you're
Right.
right. But I mean, the last this if it's not much of a hassle,
No, if it's not
then then I probably will once in a while,
right.
once in a blue moon. But it's not like you'll know. Like this situation that recently happened, I should have just went on ahead and took care of things, but it's not always like that. Usually just out there and it's done. So it's kind of like you got to know
Yeah.
when things are going to get done because our grass was really getting hot up there, and then it's been raining a lot, so
But you
you
do
only got
that.
a small window.
I really need like that. I really appreciate you doing this.
Yeah, yeah,
So
that's true.
that make
That's
when I that he be like, oh, okay, I'll do this, this. I cook like whatever.
yeah,
Oh,
yes,
just feel needed and wanted. That's some.
absolutely. And I like to show appreciation, like you know, um, one thing I make sure we do, like when we see each other, is we have to connect. Even if we're like busy, if I'm doing something and he's around or he just comes in, he'll get busy doing something, or vice versa. If I go over and he's occupied or something, like we make a conscious effort to stop what we're doing and connect, embrace, hug, kiss, greet, and then get back to being busy. Especially, and sometimes that can be hard. But I actively make that effort though. That was my thing. And like recently it was like I was like, oh, you didn't greet me. He was like, I didn't greet you. Like it was like a big deal. I was like, no, you didn't greet me today. But it was like it wasn't a big deal, but it was just like one of those like we don't usually go this long. It was like half the day. And I was just like, we still hadn't even I mean, we be busy around here. I know, believe it or not. But it was just like, he does a lot of business stuff on the computer, so yeah, it's just like it gets like that. But I think it makes all the difference in the world. Like connection is key. Like to be connected in whatever way you need to connect. So for me, I'm like hug, embrace as soon as we see each other. It's like I see you, you see me, I honor you, you honor me. Now we can keep going.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do like to feel wanted and needed. And then it's not all about stroking their ego, but it's like we do need them. We do.
Mm-hmm.
There's some things I wish I didn't have to do on my own that I had to do myself. Like build my garden. I wish he was able to help me because that was a lot of work on me, but I had to get it done. I had to do it by myself.
He helps you with the finishing touches.
He sure did, and I let him. But my little raised bed garden was a lot of work. I had to go to the store, and I had to get one of those huge. What is that? I don't even know what that is.
Wheelbarrow, what?
Something you put the wooden planks on to stroll it across the Home Depot from one end of the Home Depot to the other end. Like, why is the lumber way over there? And then I got to go and get these huge, what do you call those? Wholesale bags of dirt.
Oh.
And then I had to get bricks, those huge bricks.
I couldn't even help you.
You couldn't help me. You were at work. He was at work. He works late. So, anyway, like I said, and I told him too, I was like, I wish he was here with me. Because it's just the woman's physique. It's just, hey, they can do it better.
Yeah.
They can do it better. We can do it too, but they can do it better. It would have been nothing.
It's a little easier for them.
It's easier, much easier.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, much easier. So anyway, yeah, we need them. They need us too. Mm-hmm. So I think we are the balance of the earth. So, we balance each other. So, yeah. So I guess it's good to find out primary love language, secondary love language, and not to discredit those love languages that score lower. Mm-hmm. Those are the things that I think you could throw in there.
Yeah, because you
sprinkle
need some
here and
affirmation after a while, especially when you're telling somebody you're doing a good job. And
Yeah.
I see what you're doing. Oh, you'd be amazing at doing this, and don't nobody do anything like this. And you just cook so well, and you make me happy when you cook, but stuff like that, you know.
Because you're saying your affirmations last for you.
Yeah, I got like 10% on affirmations.
Okay,
I'm more
you're telling me.
I'm like, okay, you could say all that you want, but I need some action. I need to see this happening. So that was
one of the questions.
Yeah,
like do you
rather you show me you love me?
Yes, rather you show me that you're going to do something rather than say you're going to do something.
Just say it.
Like that. Yeah, so I feel you. Mine lowest was gifts. Like, yeah, throw a gift in there.
I don't see where I don't understand that. Maybe that's your love language in couples. It's not so.
Why do you think my love language like should be higher in gifts?
Well, I guess a part of it is it doesn't necessarily just correcting me. Just because something is your love language doesn't mean it's everybody else's.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Something that you're given, you take very good care of. So somebody gives you a gift or something, you'll take very good care of it.
That's true.
And like even just like your leather coat, I know it has like sentimental value, but you kept that.
But yeah, I've had
that. Kept it for a long time, and it looks
how long I had it.
So
yeah.
And you like stuff. I don't know. You like I like luxury things, and
I like to buy. I think because I like to get my orders in the mail. Those aren't necessarily gifts. Those are my orders.
Whatever. But I don't know. So,
but you like gifts. That I thought you would score higher on the gifts love language. Was that your second one?
I do like gifts because
I thought that was your number one love language.
No, because I had 3 that was very close, and let me see. Gifts was 23%, and acts of service
was your third.
Yeah, gifts was my third. So, yeah, but I don't know. Maybe it partially is, and sometimes in my life, like I said, it changes.
Yeah, it does. But you're right. It could be for me, for couples. Yeah, that's different. Like at the bottom. But I don't want him to think, don't ever give me nothing. Right. She don't like gifts. But, I'm more like meaningful gifts, though. Because the last thing he bought me that I could remember off the top of my head, I won't say the last thing he bought me because he'll be like, no, I bought you food. I bought you this. The last meaningful gift that he bought me is petty like that.
Right.
Food, yes. Okay. That should be a love language in itself. Why women like to eat, I don't know. But it's like the greatest. And I'm the typical
But
female.
Men like to eat too, though.
I'm the typical female when it comes to the men in there. No. I won't say typical because I'm not like, oh, I don't know what I want. But when you have your food, you better share with me. I'm just saying. Let me have some. Even if it's just a little bit.
I was going to talk to Steve, too, about it. Like, look, you just need to get used to it. If you want to buy food, buy just a little extra. If you don't want to, just a little bit extra.
I think he likes to mess with me.
Do a couple more chicken wings for her because she's going to ask for whatever it is, regardless what it is. She's going to ask, let me taste it.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Already be prepared.
He is prepared. Because he's like, Are you gonna? He tried to ask me ahead of time.
I was going to, but he picked up on it. He did.
He still tries to give me a hard time about it, but get over it.
Yeah, at this point, he's joking. He's already accepted it.
Yeah, because
when he shared his shrimp on my birthday,
no,
I knew because I seen him at the end of the table. He didn't want to, but
listen. Now we gotta tell him the story. Then we gotta get back on the subject because I'm forgetting what I was gonna say, but. Yeah, so when we went out to Tasia's for her birthday, we went to Hyde Park, so it was an expensive high-end restaurant. So, it's the kind of restaurant that bring you little portions. But this time, like, I'm not selfish, okay? Let's get that straight. So I saw he had 3. He only had 3. They were huge cocktail shrimp. They were pretty big, but he only had 3. So I was not going to eat one of his cocktail shrimp when I was waiting on my food, you know? And I was messing with him. I was like, oh, babe, like as soon as he got it, and he was hungry. And I was like, oh, babe, are you going to give me some? I was like, are you not really going to give me any? He was like, so sorry. Like, man. He was like, you want some? I said, no, man, I was just playing with you. And he was like, you know, he ate one. And I really, honest to God, you guys, I was like not going to eat any of his shrimp. Then later on, he was like, out of the kindness of his heart, this isn't because I manipulated him or anything, because I don't like to do that. He was just like, you want to try this? And I was like, oh, no, it's okay. I'm waiting on my food.
What movie was that where she was like, you know a man loves you when he gives you the last of his food? What movie was that? It was like Gabrielle Union was in it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I forgot what it was, but
I think it was his second shrimp though. But he was
so that man loves you because he gave you the last of his food.
It was his second, but yes, it was the second to the last shrimp. But he was just like, for real, like, here, you can have it. And I was like, I turned it down twice, and then I was just like, okay, fine, I'll taste it, But I mean, I would have felt bad, like trying to like manipulate him or make him give me that little shrimp cocktail, But yeah, that was sweet.
While he filled up your tank, access service. Whoop.
Yeah, that was nice. And he sacrificed himself when he did that, because he did, originally he didn't want to give any. He was just like, oh.
He was pondering it. I'm watching it all over his face.
Yeah, but I mean, we play, so I was playing with him. So then when he like eventually offered me something, I was like, oh wow, sweet. Yeah, but I turned it down, and then eventually I did, because it was like, okay, you really want me to have something?
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, I don't know what I was saying before
I'm
that.
Sorry, I got you off. That was funny.
Yeah,
I had to share it.
Dang, Tage, I know, but I was trying to think of something. There was something I was gonna say. I don't know. The love language thing is pretty fun though, and it's a nice guide to go off of. Mm-hmm. But do it.
So what tell your people your love language, like balance, like if it's off balance, suggest like if it's off balance, you guys, and you try to check in, and y'all just can't get it together, because it's gonna get like this sometimes. It's just all balance, and you check in, you just can't satisfy each other's, you just can't, you're not connecting. What would you advise people to do
when you're not connecting?
If it's off balance, you can't, y'all not connecting, and y'all not connecting, what would you advise people to do?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I would say communicate. This is what I need from you.
So this is what I say. I'm sorry not to cut you off, but I would say from other people, because out of the so many years that I've been married, there's been lots of times where we're not fulfilling each other's love language. We're off balance. So I feel like seeking counsel, there's nothing wrong with seeking counsel.
Right.
Other people. Because there are going to be times where, it is good to learn people's language, but there's lots of times where you'll be off balance. You're not going to connect. So what I found is because Cliff is the first one to want to seek some counseling from somebody. And I'm the one, I don't want to talk to nobody. So it is very, and you know how you just don't want people in your business?
Right.
Really have, in a marriage, in any type of relationship, you have to seek counsel, and maybe not from your mom, but we've
wise counsel, someone
from pastors.
Mm-hmm. Someone that won't judge you.
Exactly. And I used to be like, I don't need anybody else. But you have to go out. Sometimes if you just have to go outside and try to seek counsel from your job, but we've always put in our business. I'm like, but like the counsel, like people, like not within our circle, like our parents and stuff, not that type of counsel, just like other people, because it really does.
Wise counsel, someone that you can trust that will tell you like it is, and also give you sound advice, or someone that will just be a listening ear. Because honestly, I think some things just sometimes we're in transition with our personality and our spirituality and growth, and sometimes only time will. I think you got to be steady with yourself and with your partner because you both don't understand what's going on, because it could be a part of growth. And I think but well, what you're saying is talk about it, communicate. You're going to say what you need from them, but sometimes there's a disconnect and you don't know what it is. So I think that's more so like, let's just be patient and actively and just know, but it takes us to recognize it. Like, okay, evidently we're going through something, some growing pains or something, and be patient with one another. But so I guess in that sense, you would treat each other with caution, I should say, and not just expect it to be the same. Like, oh, my love language is this. I mean, we're not going to make it so strict about love language, but you didn't spend this time with me like usual, but something could be, I don't know. There could be the disconnect.
Right.
Unless you know what it is. And sometimes it takes you to seek counsel to talk it out, talk it through for you just to even know what that little beam is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's weird because you would think, oh, I should have been able to just talk this out with my partner. Yeah. But sometimes it really does take you to talk it through for you to get it yourself, or even for someone, a wise counsel to help you put things in perspective. So I think that's part of communication. So it's communication for yourself, and then also later on it'll be for your partner. That was a good point.
Yeah,
because I mean, there are disconnects.
Right, because you could know.
I've gone through disconnect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just let it. For me, I just let it ride. I mean, for me, what worked for me was to just ride the wave.
And then prayer.
Yeah.
Well, I've learned a lot, like to try to, pray and probably try to get the word. But I don't know about y'all, but like the Bible. I mean, some of the word, but that'd be long conversation. So when you put the word in it, but the word, my bishop used to say, learn your word, Yanika. It's so true. But I'll be like, where is it at, Cliff? Where is it at in the Bible? Where is it
at? Well, yeah. And then some stuff isn't in there. Depending on what you're looking for. Right. Some people find stuff in there for the fits their agenda, but as long as it stays in context, I don't got no problem with it. But yeah. Yeah, but for me, what's worked with disconnect is I just gotta let that wave happen and then put things in perspective.
What do you mean?
And be honest about my perspective, huh?
To let that wave happen. What do you mean by wave?
The wave, the disconnect. Because some things don't warrant an actual intervention per se.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Depending on what it is. Like for me, when I felt disconnected from him, it was a while ago. It was still kind of like, I want to say in the very beginning. It was still new, but it was in the beginning. But I was just like, I don't know. We felt disconnected. But, well, I did. So I guess it's also a possibility one could feel disconnected and the other not.
Yeah.
But I just let it ride and I just let it happen so I could see what I think, because I was learning still, because you're still going to constantly learn and grow in the relationship. So I just let it happen and I was observant, so observant to my needs, how I felt and how he felt. And eventually it was like, okay, it just wasn't. That's why I say it was a wave, because I just wrote it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It eventually stable. It was fine. Just yeah. So I don't know. I guess I'll have to go through. You know. No, I don't know. I try not to be disconnected though, so I can't say we have a whole lot of those situations. But like you said, it can happen.
Right.
It will happen. So I don't have many examples, and I can honestly say that like I'm not the expert here in that because I haven't experienced it a lot. I can really just count one, you know. And I'm not talking about like disagreements and stuff like that. Like really felt disconnected. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But I think that was good that you said that, Nick, about what you do or what you feel is important.
And you just gotta know how to. I mean, we do have to know how to get out of the problems as well. You know, so
Yeah.
prayer and counsel, and then just rejoice and have some fun afterwards.
I was gonna say, and what do you do to keep it spicy?
Me? Oh, honey, just whatever kind of Pine Cliff. I don't know, just anything. It could be picnics. I told you about me and Cliff painting each other.
Yes.
That was fun. We just talk. Cliff is always thinking of stuff, and I'm thinking of stuff. It's just fun. Like anything, just different. Like
Painting each other, that's pretty that's nice.
fun. It was really fun, but then Cliff made me mad, and I took the canvas and took a razor and just cut it up.
Dang.
I did, because I was like, he started on some crazy stuff, and I was like, wait a minute, I really put a lot of thought into it. It was really fun, and then he's just gonna go craziness, and I was just like, okay, you gonna try to ruin this? I'm gonna ruin their painting that you really was looking forward to. Crazy.
So y'all both paint each other. Y'all did canvas. Yeah. Girl, when you first did paint each other, I thought you meant literally paint each other.
We did.
I thought that was a game.
They did both.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I
That's
thought
when he
it was
playing
real.
too much.
But
I remember early in our relationship, had picnics, go, for picnics and stuff, just fun stuff.
well, one thing, there was something that you said to me before that I thought was a good idea when you said those bags.
The what?
Surprise bags? What kind of bags did you say?
Oh my God, that keeps the spice. Go and get some gag bags from for Priscilla's, and there'll be funny fun stuff in it. Like, I guess because me and Cliff's anniversary falls on Christmas, and there's like never nothing to do on Christmas, so that was like our tradition. We always get a hotel every year, and I think we kind of fell off within the probably last, because it's kind of switching up with family and stuff. I remember one time we went to Mad Ripper Mountain with the family, and then it was just like, when we did do our tradition, we were like, miss it, and just like kicking it in a hotel, just us. And then so then the following year, we just try to do different stuff, like get away from your norm, get hotels, gag bags, just to have some fun. It's serious. You open it up, you never know what's in there. It'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Just have
So
fun.
explain what that is, because I had never heard of it. And so, I mean, I know what it is, but some people may not know what that is.
I get all kind of crazy stuff in there. Get some dice, roll some dice, and just playing cards. It's fun. It's just
in the adult store, and it's a surprise thing.
Panties.
Hold on, Nate. You're going out. Your sound is in and out. Okay.
Hold on, that's because my phone. I gotta get my charger. I think my phone is about to die.
Oh, okay.
Let me get my charger.
So it has dice in it. Cards, like you said, panties. Are those edible panties?
Oh, I think. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think there have been. It'd be all kind of stuff in them gag bags. It was probably edible panties and just fun stuff like that. I'm telling you, you just gotta keep it fun because marriage can get boring sometimes.
Right.
So, and just date nights don't work for us. Like, especially when you got kids too. Like once you start having kids and stuff. Wow.
So date nights don't work for y'all?
They do sometimes, but we don't go on a lot of
dates. You mean like a schedule, like a schedule or something?
No, I would always like to be just spontaneous. I mean, we'll go out to the movies and like Top Golf or bowling or somewhere like, but I don't like doing date. I mean, it's okay. But
That is date night though. Going to be you're saying don't call it a date night, just be spontaneous. Let's just go.
I don't really like. I don't know. I've never. A lot of people be like, "Oh, we still go on dates." I don't know.
So you mean like
you just go out and do something, and kick it and have fun?
Okay. You're saying like, no, we're not going to go dine in and sit down like it's a date. That's what you're saying. Because what you're saying, like going to do activities and Top Golf and stuff, that is a date to me. That's a date. So
they don't plan theirs. They just.
She said just be spontaneous. Spontaneous is fun. It can be fun. Yeah. So she's saying she likes.
But I guess some people have to because we're empty nesters. Some people have to because they have kids.
They have
so whatever works for you in your season of marriage, like our season of marriage is like now I feel like we just go and spend time with each other and just do whatever we want to do when we want to do it.
You want to do it.
That was my main and final point is do what works for you.
Yeah.
Do what works for you and yours.
Right.
So just like, I would think everybody says date night is this and date night that. Make time for yourself. And how often is that important to you? How many dates are you supposed to go on every month or week or whatever? Some people just once a month will suffice, but some people need more than that. So like you said, people have children, some people don't. So yeah. So whatever works, I guess. That's just really how this life is. Like nothing is going to be exactly what someone else does. Another person or another relationship. You're never going to be like anyone else. That's why I say I like to be. Mine is my own. We're going to be our greatest selves for us. That's it.
Right.
I can't be anybody else. I can't mimic or emulate anybody else. Now, you can get good tips and pointers. Like that's what we're doing right now. Right. You know what I mean? From other people, you can try to implement some good things, but your puzzle is so different.
Right.
Than the next person. So, yeah. Well,
Nick, do you have any last advice to share?
I just want to know what kind of spontaneous fun you would recommend, Miss Tasia. Do you have any crazy, spontaneous, fun things that you would do?
No, not more than that gag bag.
Look, the gag bag is on the list now.
Yeah, even massage. They have massage oils in there. Me and Cliff, we just ours because Cliff's is quality time. His love language is quality time. So it could and physical touch. So it could just be him just giving me a massage and us just sitting back drinking wine and just spending time with each other, whatever. But yeah, they have all kinds of stuff in there. Like you'll be shocked. Go to Cirilla's or even the Lion's Den. I don't know if Lion's Den have one, but yeah. You'd be surprised and it'd just be fun. You'd be like, some else to do. You'd be like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's how it is. It's like a surprise bag. So it's like
a surprise bag for all kinds.
You may be into, some things you're not into.
Yeah, some handcuffs could be up in there. A whipping stick could be up in there. Be like, well, it's just something like, okay, yeah. It's something fun, just silly. It can be the craziest stuff up in there. You'd be like, okay. I'm serious. Handcuffs. We got a suitcase full of stuff out of all the years we got gang bags, y'all. It's crazy. Vibrators, everything is up in there.
Everything.
Yes.
Wow.
So it's crazy.
That's date night then.
Shoot, yeah, and that'll be a fun date night. Like after your date night, that's just something you can do afterwards. It's fun.
Like the cherry on top.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whipped cream and some fruit. It's like,
no. She needs it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was great talking to you on this platform, Nee.
Yeah. Okay. So what is so it was on YouTube? So can we go back on YouTube and look at it, or what? What was it called? Divine
I'll
who?
send it to you.
Oh, okay.
JT News. But
Underscore.
I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Well, we appreciate you coming on our
Okay.
live.
It was fun. All right. That was what y'all do a whole hour. We got on this 7 days.
It's an hour and 15.
Y'all
Hour
do a
and
whole
15.
hour. Oh, okay.
Yeah. We appreciate you coming on here, sister.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Until
Yes.
next time.
Here. Yes, till next time.
All right. I'll see y'all.
Bye.
All right. That was a good time.
Yep. Could have been even better. No, I'm playing. Over some wine. No.
Oh yeah. We should do
We'll have more
shows like
talks.
that.
More
Girl
talks.
talk show.
Yes. We'll have that every so often.
Who knows? Maybe one day we might actually get Steve on here.
Maybe. Hey, we have the line open for callers. We have the chat open. But yeah, so yeah, one day we can have him on here when his schedule frees up and we have a topic we want to get his perspective on. And also he's welcome to
Call in whenever.
And then your guys who whenever.
Yeah, whenever.
In the future. We welcome them all. But anyway, you guys, we appreciate you guys tuning in. We appreciate the support.
The announcements. Okay, so we have Truth Tuesdays with Akeem L on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Independent Thinkers on Sunday at 7 p.m. Solomon Temple at 10 on Wednesdays. And then 10 a.m. Yeah, don't go 10 p.m. This is all Eastern time, so 10 a.m. And our show, the Divine Connection Show, with Jessica and Tasia on Thursdays at 7 p.m.
Yep, check out our website, jtmuse.com, jtmuse.com. We have a lot of things on there. If you need remedy for situations, credits, we have an ebook, a survival guide ebook, a lot of other things on there. Just check it out. Until next time, peace.